What's up YouTubers, Roadrunner here, and this is my second and last video about Assetto Corsa. I didn't like it at all. I was used to racing project cars, and I bought Assetto Corsa before launch, and when I started playing it felt nice, and then I started finding things that I didn't like at all. So there are several things that I don't like about this game, and a couple of things that I enjoyed, so I'm gonna list them to you. So the first thing that I didn't like is when I connected my wheel. I have a T300 RS. The game just didn't recognize it. I had to go to the controls inside options and choose wheel. And as you can see, it's not saying that I have a T300. So the button disposition is completely different from what I have, especially L3 and R3, you know, DRS and Vote Yes. I didn't like it. So you have only two presets for the wheel, and basically it doesn't change anything. It just it changes R1 with R2. For me, it doesn't change anything. And as you can see, you cannot configure the buttons as you want, which is pretty bad for me because you can do it in project cars, for example. I can customize everything. All buttons can be assigned. So negative point here for Assetto Corsa. Positive point, the force feedback. My god, the force feedback on this game is crazy good. I reduced it to 40%, the general force feedback. The other settings I left untouched because it was just too strong, and as you can see on my previous videos, I had a big problem with my T300, so I don't want to push it too hard. This is a very positive point for Assetto Corsa, force feedback. I didn't play anything on career mode, nothing at all. There are a lot of things, so I have nothing to share about career. On special events, I played a couple of events, but they are pretty difficult. As you can see, my first event here, the German Fury, I played like a lot, and I only managed to have a bronze medal. I couldn't find any way to improve to silver or gold, and one of the trophies, an impossible trophy, is to have gold on all special events. So I would say it's negative. And to show an example, I'm gonna launch a special event. Which one? Let's choose the 500 race. This should be interesting. And while the system loads, another positive point for Assetto Corsa is the playlist. The songs are very nice, at least for my taste. I like it a lot. Once you're on the race screen, you have some options. For example, the setup. You can change the setup of the car. For me, it's too complicated. I just didn't find a way to create a setup and then load for each race. If I want to change things on this screen, I just can't. I can change some things, but not everything. So it's not intuitive. I'm not a hardcore racer, so I just lost a lot of time to understand. I couldn't do what I wanted. For this special race, I couldn't control the AI. Maybe it's a thing of special events. They are pre-configured races where you cannot change anything. It wasn't hard to get to first position, but they play fair. They try to defend positions, they try to attack, they overtake you. Positive point here. If you pay attention to the screen, the race itself, it seems 60 frames per second. It was pretty solid. There were some dips on the frame rate, but nothing that spoiled the experience. I enjoyed the performance of the game. But if you take a look at the map on the corner below, it doesn't refresh at the same rate. I don't know, if the game is 60, I would say that the map is refreshing at, I don't know, 15-20 frames per second, because you can see almost frame by frame. And it's annoying because as I don't know the tracks, I look a lot to the map, at least to anticipate how much brake I will apply, even if I race with the line. But it was annoying to see the map refreshing at a different rate than the race. Negative point here. Another huge negative point for me is the end of the race. When you finish a race, in this case I won the race, nothing happens when you cross the line, but after, I don't know, 5 or 6 seconds, you just transport to the pits, which is annoying. You know, most of the racing games, they change the camera into a more television camera, so you can see your car after you cross the finish line, and right away you can see the results table. So in Assetto Corsa it's really not good, it's not well finished. And as you can see here, what I talked in the beginning, it's really hard. I improved my lap time lap to lap, but I only managed to have a bronze medal. So I'm a medium racer. So to achieve hard or alien levels, I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. It's too difficult. So two negative points: the difficulty of the game for these special events, if you want to unlock the trophies like I want, and when you finish your race, you don't feel rewarded if you won or not. There could be a music at the end, and the camera changes for a more dramatic angle and point of view. Then let's go to online racing. Online, for me, it just sucks. It's horrible. So first of all, I will list some positive points. You can see the ping of the server. This is cool. Project Cars, for example, doesn't have it. But there are some very weird things. For example, what the hell is practice session 565 minutes? Why do you have this? Who's gonna stay there 500 minutes, 6 hours just practicing? Come on, what the hell is that? Maybe I'm missing something, but I just don't understand. Then you have regular sessions where you don't have anybody playing. You see here two players, one player for regular sessions. So you have like 10 minutes qualifying and then a 5 or 10 lap race. It just sucks. And I experienced a lot of instability playing online. Several times I just got disconnected for no reason. At first I was thinking people were kicking me out, but even if I didn't do anything wrong, like missing a breaking point and crashing everybody, if I just played fair or didn't play at all, I got disconnected 2 or 3 seconds after starting. I didn't understand. And then the game it was supposed to have a nice physics system, but when you get involved in an accident, it just feels weird. You know, when you crash with other cars, it's just like pool balls. Both cars go completely separate ways. It's weird. I didn't like it at all. But this is not only online, it's overall. So to summarize, weird rooms with a lot of practicing time that I don't understand why. Instability when you are playing and you get disconnected. Another point that I forgot, sometimes when you were behind someone, the guy in front of you just disappeared and appeared 2 or 3 meters farther away from you. So I'm guessing this is the lag. And during online races, the fact that when you finish, for example, qualifying, it's even weirder than when you finish a race in a special event, for example. If you take a look at this, if you pay attention here, the qualifying time will finish. 2, 1, it's over. So you have the checkered flag. Nothing happens. Nothing at all. I continued racing. I don't know if my time will be considered or not. Well, in this case, no, because I got off the track. But maybe it could. And all of a sudden, we all appear aligned for the start, for the race start. This is, I don't know, this looks like a garage game. It doesn't look like professional at all. And of course, as we are talking about a new game for consoles, so when you play online, there's a lot of just stupid people kicking everybody out, you know, especially here in Spa. You'll see after the start, people just crash everybody because they don't care. They think it's funny. They don't like racing. They like crashing everybody and see what happens. But this is really bullshit. And if you go to Project Cars right now, as it's been a while since the game is there, you find a lot of people that want to play the game, to play like it's supposed to be played. And to finish my overview of this game that I didn't like at all, some general qualities, some general characteristics of the game. So you can see there is no helmet camera. This is the camera that I use in Project Cars, and for me, since Need for Speed Shift, it's the best camera ever. The fact that you can see yourself inside a helmet, so the sound in Project Cars is different because you have the helmet around your head. And when you approach a corner, your head turns to look to the apex. This is crazy good and useful to try to find that tangent point. The graphics are worse than Project Cars. There are some crazy tearing on the screen. Even the lighting is worse. You don't have the sun. There is no weather system. The sound, even though the playlist is nice, when you are in the menus, the sound is mono. Can you believe that? It's not even stereo. I had this impression on my headset, even if you hear everything in both ears. But when I was recording this video, I checked on my recording software and there was only one channel recording audio. This is unacceptable. When you get to the end of the race, you cross the line and you appear on the pit stops, while there are still people running and you want to see what is the final qualification, the final results. You just can't. You see this. You see the list of people. You see 1,000th of a second as a time. You see the laps, but you don't see anything useful. Look at that. And you have to wait until everybody finishes in order that the system consolidates the final results right there. And then the new qualifying session starts and you have no clue until you look at the timer running down. So it doesn't look professional. It doesn't look like a finished game. It looks like they released something that was more or less ready, but there are so many things to improve that I will not keep this game. Well, in fact, I have already exchanged this game with another one. So there you have it. These are my thoughts about Assetto Corsa. I'm very frustrated because I waited for a long time. I bought it on the pre-sales, before launch. I was expecting a lot from this game, a lot of competition against Project Cars, but it's really far away from Project Cars. Project Cars, even with all the problems that they still have, it's a much better game. The physics system, I cannot say if the physics is really better than Project Cars, but it really does. It's not worth the difference in quality of the game. So if you like the video, leave a thumbs up. Leave your comments. I'd like to know if you agree with me or not. Subscribe to the channel. I'll keep posting videos of Project Cars. I have some Need for Speed videos to post as well. I want to continue my web series Road and the Pros. Stay tuned and I'll see you next time.